Welcome students. This is our first video of chapter combustion and flame. What is combustion? Combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat. Some substances may also give light along with heat during combustion. For example, charcoal. Charcoal is a form of carbon. It burns in air to give carbon dioxide, heat and light. So reaction is given C plus O2. It forms CO2 plus energy in the form of heat and light. Other example is methane gas burns in air forming carbon dioxide, water, heat and light. Then what is meant by combustible and non-combustible substances? Now combustible substances are those substances which burn easily in air to produce heat and light. For example, wood, paper, kerosene oil, etc. And non-combustible substances are those substances that do not undergo combustion in the presence of air, means they do not burn in air. For example, stone, glass, iron nails, etc. So in the picture, examples of combustible substances and non-combustible substances are given. Combustible such as coal and wood, and non-combustible such as sand and stones. Then why do we say that food is fuel for our body? When we eat food, it gets broken down into simpler substances which react with oxygen and generate energy or heat. Hence, food is referred to as fuel for our body. Hence, respiration which is taking place in our body is a kind of slow combustion. Then what are the conditions required for combustion? So first of all, presence of a combustible substance. The presence of a combustible substance like paper, cloth, wood, LPG and petrol are necessary for combustion to take place. The process of combustion cannot occur without a combustible substance. Second is supporter of combustion. Combustion is a chemical reaction between a combustible substance and oxygen or air to produce heat. And third is attainment of ignition temperature. Now wood and coal are fuels, but they do not start burning on their own. They burn when they are heated with the flame of a candle to a certain minimum temperature, and this minimum temperature at which a substance must be heated to catch fire and start burning is called its ignition temperature. So in the figure it is shown that the three conditions for combustion to take place are oxygen, then fuel means combustible substance, and third is heat to attain ignition temperature. If any of these conditions is not met, then combustion does not take place. It means for combustion to take place, all these three conditions such as presence of a combustible substance, then supporter of combustion, and then attainment of ignition temperature are required. Then what is ignition temperature? Ignition temperature is the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire or starts burning. If the temperature of a combustible substance is lower than its ignition temperature, then the substance will not burn. For example, cooking oil catches fire when a frying pan is kept for long on a burning stove because the cooking oil is heated up to its ignition temperature and it starts burning. In the table given the materials with their ignition temperature. Now in this table it is shown first of all white phosphorus. Now white phosphorus is a type of non-metal which is kept at room temperature and it catches fire on its own. Kerosene oil and wood do not catch fire on their own at room temperature, but if kerosene oil is heated a little, it will catch fire. But if wood is heated a little, it still would not catch fire. That is due to difference in their ignition temperatures. Now petrol and kerosene etc. they catch fire instantly, but wood takes some times to catch fire because of the difference in their ignition temperature. Wood has higher ignition temperature and petrol and kerosene they have low ignition temperature. Then what are inflammable substances? Now these are the substances which have low ignition temperature and they catch fire easily and they burn with a flame. For example, petrol, LPG, etc. Now how do we control fire? First of all, water as a fire extinguisher. In case of fire, fire brigades will extinguish the fire by sprinkling the water on the affected areas. The water will bring down the temperature below its ignition temperature. As a result, fire will stop spreading. Water vapors also surround the combustible material, helping in cutting off the supply of air. So the fire is extinguished. However, water as an extinguisher has some limitations. First of all, water cannot be used to extinguish fires in electric wiring caused by an electrical short circuit. This is because water is a good conductor. When it is poured over burning electrical wires or appliance, it causes electric shocks to the people who are involved in the firefighting operations. So this electric shock can even kill the people. And second is, water cannot be used to put off fires caused by burning of oil or petrol. This is because water being heavier than oil settles down at the bottom and oil floats over this water and continues to burn. It also spreads the fire. Now water is a common fire extinguisher, but the best fire extinguisher is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen and it covers the burning material like a blanket and it cuts off the oxygen supply. and it also does not harm the electrical equipment. CO2 can be stored as a liquid in cylinders at high pressure. When it is released from the cylinders, it immediately expands, then cools down and covers the fire, and it also brings down the temperature of the fuel. So how can we obtain carbon dioxide? Now carbon dioxide can be obtained by using some dry chemicals like sodium bicarbonate, or it is also known as baking soda. Second chemical is potassium carbonate. Now these chemicals, they release carbon dioxide near the fire. The reaction is given NaHCO3. It is sodium bicarbonate, or it is known as baking soda. When it is heated, it decomposes to form Na2CO3, which is sodium carbonate, then water H2O, and carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide will help in extinguishing the fire. Now in the picture it is shown the parts of a fire extinguisher. Now carbon dioxide liberated by the reaction of sulfuric acid with sodium bicarbonate solution comes out with a stream of liquid water at high pressure. The water puts off the fire by lowering the temperature of the combustible material below its ignition temperature, and carbon dioxide cuts off the supply of air to the combustible substance. It means in the fire extinguisher, sulfuric acid and sodium bicarbonate that is taken so as the fire is controlled. Thank you.